That was Rene Hobbs that you just heard speaking about the importance of media literacy from the 2010 World Summit held in Sweden. Hobbs was not available to be here today, but we do have another guest that I am anxious for you to meet. Please welcome Margaret Haygood.
Thank you, Peter. It is really exciting to be with you today to talk about new literacies and pop culture.
Ha ha ha. You beat me to the subject. Why don't you go ahead and tell us about pop culture?
Oh, I am sorry. I am just so eager to share with everyone about the merits of pop culture in the classroom that sometimes I get ahead of myself.
That's quite all right. It is good to see enthusiasm. Many of our viewers might not understand the term pop culture. Could you define that for us?
Certainly. Pop culture is the daily life of any society at a certain period of time. It could include the foods that are consumed, clothing, literature, movies, music, mass media, and entertainment, just to name a few items. It is fluid and ever-changing. The interesting thing is that it involves production as well as consumption.
When we spoke on the phone earlier, you mentioned something about vampires, Japanese cats, and spaceships. You promised you would explain today. Quite frankly, I was quite baffled.
It's really quite simple. I was referring to some specific examples of pop culture that have made major impacts in our lifetimes. The newest would be the novel series called Twilight by Stephenie Meyer. The characters of Bella, Jacob, and Edward have taken the nation by storm. The second would be the Japanese phenomenon, Hello Kitty. She is iconically Japanese and is loved by people around the world. She has been in existence since her first appearance in September of 1974.
Seriously?
Yes, but I think you might relate more to the last example. Have you gone where no man has ever gone before?
You mean Star Trek?
Yes, exactly. That show only aired for 3 years but has been a driving pop culture force for over 45 years and has generated more than $3.5 billion in sales. That is not even mentioning the fan fiction that has spawned for avid readers of sci-fi.
It sounds very commercial to me. I am not sure I understand why this is relevant to the classroom. Could you elaborate for us?
Pop culture is intensely personal. Each individual chooses what he or she will follow or engage in. Because pop culture is so personal, it maintains the power to create affinity groups that both bind individuals together while at the same time excluding other individuals from the group.
Yes, I think I can see that. Please continue.
Because of this potency, pop culture can sometimes be used by teachers to access how students are thinking and processing information. With this knowledge, teachers are then able to engage students in deep, critical learning that otherwise might not happen. Many students have been drawn to classical literature after first having experienced the same story or similar theme through an element of pop culture.
So you are suggesting that we import popular music and manga into the classroom to engage students in learning?
Yes, but not without some cautions. Pop culture should never be used as a gimmick or lure. It means too much to individuals to demean it that way. Also, not all material is suitable for every classroom. Teachers need to exercise good judgment in selecting pieces of pop culture. Students may even resist the inclusion of pop culture in the curriculum because they feel it belongs to them, not to the school. And like any other instructional technique, it should never be used just for the sake of being able to say you used it. There must be an educational purpose.
I understand now. Thank you again for being with us today, Ms. Margaret Haygood. We will be back after these messages.